Protect your digital footprint. Integrated Personal Rights Tracking Using a Digital Rights Exchange by Stephen Fantle, January 21st, 2016. Background. There are a number of growing problems throughout industry regarding the issue of rights. Copyrights, access rights, privacy rights, and legal rights are but a few categories with a host of issues. The proliferation of the digital age has brought a new set of problems and issues, as well as a multitude of solutions or proposed solutions. Integrated Personal Rights Tracking, or IPRT, utilizing a Digital Rights Exchange, or DRE, is a collection of technologies and services provided by Xeden Cloud Concepts. The account, called a Corner of the Cloud, has been designed to offer individual accounts that provide a variety of benefits to rights holders, businesses, and consumers. All the applications in the Xeden system are relational to one another. It is thus an ever-growing landscape to meet the needs of the information age. An integrated personal rights tracking DRE account contains and manages three aspects of rights issues. 1. Rights owners such as copyright holders can maintain a collection of their owned rights. 2. Rights licensors, media distributors, and all businesses transacting with rights-protected materials can understand the handling rules set by the rights owners and enjoy a trusted third-party audit of their transactions. 3. Consumers as individual end users can now have a place to manage the multitude of purchased or granted rights. Integrated personal rights tracking DRE accounts, databases, and services are provided through the implementation of an advanced network called the Xeden Cloud. The coordination of the three aspects of rights management between parties using the Xeden DRE immediately solves issues of rights granting, digital distribution, tracking, and reporting. The rules set up within the Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE structure are dynamic. The access granted can be limited and the information accessed remains secure. The tracking data can be used as a record of activity and for later analysis. One main advantage this system has over existing ones is the individual is always in control of their personal rights and information, thus making it very popular. Another advantage is the IPRT DRE is expected to quickly become a network of companies and individuals granting and gaining conditional access through a single, simple account. Xeden itself is secured using encryption and a public key infrastructure, or PKI. In addition to our own transactions, many rights owners have decided to place restrictions on some of their materials or media, such as encryption. Other requirements imposed by rights owners include various methods of digital rights management offered from a number of vendors. IPRT DRE is a rules-based system. Each registered entity can be attached to a set of rules for transmitting or transacting that entity. IPRT DRE allows for the coordination and inclusion of a wide variety of encryption and licensing components in any combination. Users can then manage grants of content made to them and from them. IPRT DRE and PKI. PKI is known in the industry as an authentication system. The most common PKIs are used by secure servers for encrypted transactions, such as e-commerce sites. VeriSign is a well-known example of a provider of digital certificates and manager of encryption keys. Encryption keys are important, but the real service is the authentication of the sender, recipient, or both in a transaction. IPRT DRE is more appropriately called an authorization system. Once an identity is verified if required, that identity can have various types of authorizations, such as access to physical areas or digital information. In some cases, authentication is required before authorization can be granted. For example, a passport is comparable to a digital certificate, and the process of using the passport to enter a country is like using certificates to verify a valid non-expired identity. Once accepted, a visa is used to explain and grant authorization to that person's use and purpose in the country. The visa process is more comparable to IPRT DRE. In the book, PKI Implementing and Managing E-Security by Nash, Duane, Joseph, and Brink, published by RSA Press 2001, these top security experts discuss the existing industry. They complain about authentication systems often attempting to poorly provide authorizations and vice versa. Issuing and reissuing certificates can be problematic, and they say, as a result, the typical validity period for the certificate tends to be about a year or two. The period necessary to handle changing access rights for a user may be in the order of days or hours. There is a serious mismatch between the need for a lightweight, rapidly changing access rights system and a high assurance identity system designed for the relatively infrequent changes. Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE is exactly that solution. In further discussing the problems with existing proprietary schemes, these experts point out another interesting issue as they criticize the blurring roles of these schemes. Certainly, any support has been lacking for creation of a user capabilities that could be shared between vendor implementations or even between different enterprises. This is the main benefit of Xeden. IPRT DRE rules-based definitions and audits include the selection of encryption for either selective or all transactions of a given protected entity. Agent accounts. The agent aspect of the Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE account provides for the account holder to register small or large collections of owned or legally managed rights. Music is always a good example. However, artwork, photographs, written materials, videos, movies, medical records, and financial records are just a few other categories of digitized entities that can be managed by the IPRT DRE. By explaining the restrictions, if any, on a given entity, the rules of accessing that entity are defined. One common example will be explicit authorization. Using music as an example, a rights owner may not require explicit authorization or authorization specifically granted by the agent account. As long as the rules are followed and the protected entity interfaces with all three aspects of the Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE, the agent account holder is satisfied with the reporting of the overall transactions regarding that entity. However, in the case of medical records, the agent account may require an explicit authorization from the agent account be given for every transaction. The agent aspect of an Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE account provides the account holder with a variety of services and reports regarding all transactions within the Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE system. Entity activity summaries include both the aspect of customers accessing and those in between storing, downloading, selling, streaming, or otherwise handling the digital entity. Client accounts. The client aspect of Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE account provides a very valuable middle layer enabling businesses to provide services without the burden of understanding the exact nature of all the owned rights, the rules of handling media, and the rights of the customer to access, in some way, that media. Using music again as an example, a business that desires to store music for consumers across the internet has to solve the issue of knowing which of their customers have actual legal right to the music they are storing with the client or business. Because Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE is storing the collective database of access rights granted to consumers, the business can quickly and simply verify every transaction with the Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE database. This is comparable to the verification of a credit card before accepting electronic payment. In addition, the client or business can understand and apply any required DRM or encryption, as well as understand issues such as if copying is authorized or if there are any other restrictions regarding the media. The client aspect of an Integrated Personal Rights Tracking DRE account provides the account holder with a variety of services and reports regarding all of the media transactions occurring within the IPRT DRE system. These reports provide a solution to legally required reporting as well as an independent audit for their records. In some cases, IPRT DRE will provide the client or business with the ability to transact additional media as more agent or owners register their media with IPRT DRE. User accounts. The user or consumer aspect of the IPRT DRE account provides a value to the consumer. The technical and legal aspects of granted access or rights for a diverse range of content can be overwhelming, not to mention the volume of entities any given consumer can interact with. For example, just listening to the radio. Somewhere a broadcaster is reporting to an agency that is in the chain of royalty distribution for every song, usually paid from commercial proceeds. The consumer is often completely unaware of concepts such as fair use as defined by legislation. As the digital age brings more connectivity, more physical devices, and options of storage, it also brings many new aspects of copyright management to the consumer. The IPRT DRE account will provide a return to the ease of use that consumers are used to. IPRT DRE manages the collection of rights granted to the consumer, including all aspects relating to those rights, numbers of copies available, timeframes for valid access, resolution, DRM requirements, revenue collection, and payment, as well as other related options. The user or consumer aspect of the account interfaces with both the agent or owner and client or business aspects with the following results. Faster legal authorizations are granted consumers. Consumers enjoy a wider variety of services to access and store media. Consumers enjoy a wider variety of playback software and devices. Account management includes browsing a consumer's total set of granted rights. Absolute privacy is ensured for the consumer. The consumer is in control of when or if any of their information is shared because the agent or owner aspect of their account automatically protects their personal information. Secure authorized transactions allowing access to media from multiple locations and over multiple digital services and operating systems. Local components. Xeden is a collection of deployed intellectual properties, including databases. Most of the deployed databases are located as local components at the client or business. This allows all businesses to provide the fastest, most secure, and protected use for their customers. If the local components remain specific to the use of the business within a closed environment, it is considered a closed system. The advantage of the closed system is the protection of the valuable customer information. When certain aspects of media transactions, such as subscription data, purchase records, and marketing or demonstration allocations are registered with the IPRT DRE Global Clearinghouse, a new level of business benefits can be realized. Xeden enables local components to synchronize in a secure and selective manner. Global Clearinghouse. A set of rights granting and access data is optionally synchronized with a master clearinghouse database. Use by the local components of this database is the open system mode of Xeden. The open system mode of use provides the most benefits to everyone in the system. Agent owners whose materials are registered with the master database enjoy a wide selection of client businesses available to offer these materials as a product or service to a wider audience of customer or end users. Client businesses utilizing the master database enjoy authorization of a wider variety of materials. Revenue sharing incentives exist between the categories of businesses, such as sales transactions and verification transactions, providing further advantages to utilizing the Global Clearinghouse. Anti-piracy. Piracy of digital files is a major problem throughout many industries, especially the entertainment industry. Legislation and technical developments are assisting in the piracy problem regarding physical copies, such as CDs and DVDs. The IPRT DRE will assist in the problem of illegal file trading and unauthorized access on the Internet. A group of offered IPRT DRE services includes the monitoring of all accounts for potential abuse. Tracking surveys provide audit trails that can assist in exposing abusers of the system. With the ability to register hardware or software with Xeden, devices that are to be linked to specific DRMs can also be monitored for unauthorized duplication. Summary: IPRT DRE accounts use standard account numbers, PINs, network logins, and passwords to provide secure universal access and ease of use. Access to account management and services can be facilitated through the Internet or dedicated connectivity. Applications are being added now that allow you to sell or license your digital media to others using our specific cloud credit system. With Xeden's connected cloud system, you'll be able to manage your entire digital footprint from one easy-to-use account manager. This has been Protect Your Digital Footprint: Integrated Personal Rights Tracking Using a Digital Rights Exchange by Stephen Fantle, January 21st, 2016.